Let's go. Episode
What's
one, baby.
episode one of the morning session? What's up, man? What's up, Ev? What's up, Europe? Welcome to the morning session, our new talk show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. We talking it out, putting it all on the table. All of the hot topics that are going on, upcoming events, featuring and highlighting athletes on international that are playing football on international level, and much more. My name is Kaleb Leach. This is my boy Evan Harrington. Welcome to the show. So yeah, Ev, dive right into it, man. Like tell people more about this idea. This is Evan's idea. I want everybody to know that this is Evan's idea about this show.
Yeah. So basically, man, we thought we would come up with the idea to really spotlight or give people the opportunity to put not only, a voice to a voice, but a face to a voice. And here's some cool stories about football internationally. And who knows, it might not only be football, it might jump into other sports as well. And of course, hot topics of what's going on in the world today, and that includes sports.
100%, 100%. For those people who don't know, American football outside the U.S. is booming. Obviously, a lot of our viewers are young people or just people in general that are living outside the U.S., whether they're in Austria, Germany, Switzerland, France, Spain, Canada, South America. Shout out to the Nigeria, Kenya, all these guys in different countries. But football is huge in all these countries. But if you're in America, people don't know that, right? And there's these kids who are balling at the high school level, the college level, the NFL level. Junior Ahu, he's at SMU, Southern Methodist University. Mm-hmm. He's French, and he just was the MVP of the game last weekend. So for people who don't know, like football is not just this, oh, it's cute, it's growing. Like, nah, these boys can play.
They can straight ball, man. They can definitely ball. It's funny because every time, like, we got a new coaching staff here in Washington, and we just always talk, and we get to talking, and they're like, "You coached overseas? You played overseas? There's football over there?" Everyone thought that after NFL Europe dissolved, that football was done, but little do they know, football is growing, and not only on the men's side, but on the women's side as well. So shout out to Sophia, is over there, the first European woman to play college football. So football is growing crazy, and we're just excited to cover it and be a small piece of the growth.
No, you're right, man. I forgot about that story with Sophia. That we had some things posted on Europe's Lead about that. Actually had a small two write-ups about her. But yeah, first woman playing college football from Europe. That's nuts. Mm-hmm. And in your position, you hit on it in the office with the NFL. You actually have some of these international players walking in the office. I think David Bada from Germany. He's with the Redskins, right?
Yep, we've got David Bada, and we are the Washington football team, not the other word you said, but yeah, we have the pleasure of having David Bada, and it's just amazing to see this kid grow. It's funny, in 2015, when I was playing in Frankfurt, Germany, I actually played against him, and then I actually coached against him when I was coaching in Switzerland. So, it's been nuts to just not only have him here, but just see him grow throughout these years in which I've known him.
No, that is a crazy journey to see, just kind of blossom in front of your own eyes and in front of the world's eyes. It's nuts. And I know that the NFL is on their search, their hunt for the next player. So we're all excited to see who's up next and who they find. Good luck to all the scouts out there in your hunt. Small hint or a little shameless plug.
A little small plug.
Little small plug. Your fleet, we kind of highlight all these guys every now and then. Just saying. But that's besides the point. So, Ev, give some more people just some more information. Like, what is the goal of this show?
Again, the goal is to highlight these guys and their accomplishment, because we really feel that these kids especially are putting in so much work and it's going unnoticed, and we want to make sure that we have a platform to tell their story. And not only the kids, but these coaches. I don't think people understand, the coach in Europe, it's very difficult. And these coaches are going out of their way to make sure, these kids are learning. Like, these coaches have to stay up late and watch games, or, attend virtual coaching clinics to bring that knowledge back to their clubs. These presidents of the federations, the presidents of the clubs, the team moms, just everyone. we're going to have everyone on this show just sharing their experience. One team mom that I know, Miss Eisenberg, like she goes all in for her kids. You know, she is a team mom, and I think people don't understand all the little parts it takes to make a football organization go in Europe or internationally. That you know, people play that small but important role. You know, so
I remember. I think her name's Ann. I think it's Ann Eisenberg. She got two boys, Dennis and Dante. She might have three, but I know those two for sure. They play quarterback. They're in Sweden. And they can ball. I remember those guys. And yeah, she's a heck of a team mom. So shout out to all the team moms out there.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, we'll bring them all on the show. I'm excited for this, as you can see. So you brought up something before we got on the show that I thought was interesting, because a parent actually wrote you in a question about the work you're doing with Europe's Elite, about the work you've been doing with the Redskins, and the knowledge you've gained as a coach about evaluating players at different positions. Can you unpack that for me? What was the exact question?
Yeah, so I just posted a question because, you know, we're getting on that next cycle of who are the best young players who are, you know, pro ready to play at the next level that are in Europe or internationally. And shout out to Mr. Christophe Francis St. Pierre. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I know your name is Mr. Christophe. That's what I always call you when I saw you at our camps. Mr. Christophe, he posted a great question. And his question is, how do you want to compare players who are playing at different positions? How do you evaluate and compare a wide receiver and an offensive lineman? Which I think is an awesome and great question. And I went to our scouts, you know, our scouting department. I'm saying, hey, what do you guys think about this question? Because I know my opinion. And my opinion is, number one, you look at, you know, do they have the prototypical size? Does the running back, and we use the example of the wide receiver and the offensive lineman. You know, is the wide receiver, is he just a fast guy who's outran everybody in Europe, but he's 5'8", 5'9", and he's just faster than everybody, you know? Because when you get to this level, hey, everybody's fast.
Yeah,
everybody's fast, you know? Versus an offensive lineman who's 6'6", he makes blocks here and there, but he misses blocks. But you can see it's a technique thing. And he has that size, because you can't coach size, right? But you can coach up the technique. And that's one of the things that I would look at, because I would say, hey, that offensive lineman's ceiling, his potential is greater than that wide receiver.
Specifically on the fact that he's got size that I can't coach.
Exactly.
So would that same idea come for a guy who is that fast, the Tyreek Hills of the world? Now, there's not many of them, but when he shows up, whether he's from the States or in another country, does it just go as a scout, like, I can't coach that, I want him?
I mean, to a certain extent, there's fast and there's just uncoachable. I mean, there's just God-gifted fast, you know. And I say at this level, everybody is fast. Now, Tyreek Hill, he's in a world of his own. And if there's a Tyreek Hill internationally, hit me up so I can get you in front of our guys, you know. So if I don't know about you running a 4.2, hit me up. Hit me up.
No.
Knock it off.
Mic drop. Yeah, mic drop. Like, you run a 4.2, I ain't heard about you.
Yeah, hit me up, man. And with that, at this level, I mean, we got linebackers who run 4.4.
Yeah.
And the thing about a receiver, if he's short and he can run, but, you know, we got big corners. We like long corners. We got corners who are 6'1", 6'2", and they can run. So, you know, do you risk this guy being pressed at the line of scrimmage? You know, because he's not used to being physical and getting physical with guys at the wide receiver position, you know, versus an offensive lineman. You have to be some sort of physical. You have to be some sort of nasty as an offensive lineman. So those are the first things, you know, just the eye test. That's the eye test, you know. And then I would say the next thing is just the athletic ability.
Okay.
Does he have that bend in his ankle, knees, and his hips, right? Because, again, right, if someone can just run straight fast, he just runs straight fast, and he can't get in and out of his breaks. We see that a lot, you know, here and over there. You know, people are fast, but can you use that speed and change direction? So that's where the athletic ability comes in next.
So on athletic ability, here's my question. to the athlete who you see on Twitter doing a backflip and catching two footballs. And he said, "Hey, coach, I run a 4.3 and I'm 190 pounds, but I don't start on my college football team or my high school football team or my men's team in Europe." What do you say?
I say, what are you not doing? Because you're posting what you're good at, right? But what are your flaws? And that's the thing I think a lot of kids might not want to take into account. Work on your flaws so you can be a better overall player.
That's real. No, that's real, because the athleticism, like, there's no denying it. When you see a guy who can jump out the gym, who can run ridiculously fast, who can stop on a dime without training, and he's just having fun with a laugh on his face when he does it, that's natural. But does that mean he's a good football player?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've always wondered, as I get to review all these films and talk to all these players, we do all this writing and all this other jazz, like, what is the actual, like, hey, he's a good football player. Of course, you turn on tape, this guy's making plays, he stands out, right? But then, as you said, uncoachable size, uncoachable athleticism from a scout's perspective. This is a player who I can make a good player. You know what I'm saying? Is that the fair statement?
Yeah, that's a fair statement. And then I think it goes into that football IQ. You know, football IQ, can he grasp it, or is it too much?
Okay.
You know, and I think that's something that a lot of kids kind of, you know, are getting away from. You know, just that football IQ, learning knowledge, learning football verbiage. You know, that football abbreviations. You know, that's, you know, EMOL. You know, do you know what EMOL is? Just little things like that. So, you know, just things like that. Those are the three things I would say, you know, when comparing players that you look at. You know, maybe we'll get a scout on here, or get, you know, a coach on here from Europe and see what their perspective is.
Oh, maybe. I mean, let's keep going out. And I know you're laughing. I'm looking over my shoulder, and I'm sitting there thinking EMOL. I don't know that one.
Man on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I knew that. I was just testing the audience straight up. I knew that. Whatever. I was testing you guys. I was making sure everybody else got a chance to get educated. That's all it was. Yeah. No, this is good. This is good. This is going to be something really, really cool, really fun. Let's wrap it up with this, because we're gonna keep going. We got at least 100 more shows we're gonna do. But I think just digging into your brain right there showed everybody, hey, yeah, this morning's session, this morning talk, some of these topics we're coming at. So, Mr. Christoph, thank you for the question. Evan, thanks for this idea. This is awesome.
What's your opinion, though? We need to get your opinion. You're doing a lot of moderating, but, you know,
yeah, man,
we know you were a heck of a player, heck of a coach with one of the best organizations internationally with Swarco right now. So what's your opinion on it?
Yeah, for you guys who don't know, I'm the guy behind the scenes in a lot of things. When it comes to football, I put Evan up here. He's got a better football mind than me. I'll never argue with it. To me, though, because I'm not saying I don't have a football mind. To me, how do you evaluate a player? Athleticism and playmaking ability is the first thing I always look for. If you don't have film, it is hard to judge you as a player. Point. Punkt is point in German. My bad. Been out here too long.
It's showing off.
No, if you stand out and you're making plays, I don't care what position you're at. O-line, D-line, receiver, quarterback, whatever. I was watching another athlete who just committed to South Carolina University. This guy is in South Carolina. He's an American athlete. But I saw his tape on social media, and he was just dogging guys at the O-line position, literally coming off the line, driving them at least 10 yards, and he would stand up flexing and yelling and like he's all in it. I'm like, this dude is a monster. Yeah. That is the kind of player I would want on my O-line. So to answer Mr. Christoph's question about who I want the guy that doesn't have to stand out because he's shouting and screaming, but he's making an impact on his team right now. And then if he's playing a different sport, playing basketball, soccer, lacrosse, hockey, who is the impact player?
Yeah.
And does he have an athletic frame, like you said?
Mm-hmm.
And go from there.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it also varies, which level are you looking at this guy to play? At the college level, you can get away with a guy being undersized. But like you said, if he's a playmaker, I'm going to take my chance because, hey, he can make plays. He can probably make plays at the next level, And I think when you try to look at the professional level, like when you get to the league, it's more of it's an investment because you're paying this guy, and you really have to make sure you're taking a chance. You're taking that correct chance because in college, you can offer multiple people, but here you might have one open offensive line position, or what's your need?
Oh, yeah, it's different.
What's your needs as an organization?
No, it's different. And to hit on the idea of different levels, for example, there's a linebacker out of Sweden, Alexander Nordgreen. He's 19 years old. He is definitely the best linebacker in his class in Europe. I'll argue that to anybody. Turn on this kid's tape, takes 10 seconds. This dude can play some football. You go another 2 classes up for an athlete who's in Europe and Austria, Bernhard Seikovits. He's 6'6", 260, playing tight end. Just the numbers alone, your eyes and lip, you're like, okay, what's up? You go back over to the States and you're looking at the guy, Junior Ahu, who's playing in college football. You look at his frame, I believe he's about 6'3", 6'4", 245, and he's firing off the ball. Impact. Mm-hmm. These are all international guys. And then you get up to the NFL. Last year, Mark Nzeki was in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then Jacob Johnson from Germany just scored his first career starting. Mm-hmm. So impact players built themselves up in all their positions, all different positions I just named there. Johnson's a fullback, right? But they stick out immediately.
Yeah, so, exactly. No doubt, man. I think that was a good first little episode. I would say. We'll wrap it up like this, man. Comfort is the enemy of success, man. Don't be comfortable.
That was good. All right, guys, thanks for watching this. I don't have any other words. Comfort the enemy of success. You heard it first. Evan Harrington, Kaleb Leach, you're obsolete. See you guys later.